Hello, good and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the session of NAVAFIZ. Today we will be going through some CV reviews which we have received directly in our WhatsApp group. So before we start the CV review, I would just like to go through some basic key points which are mandatory to be implemented in a CV. So what we call them is an office basic guidelines for the CV review. So for to explain that, I will be sharing my screen and I will guide go through those points so that you can have the idea accordingly. So for that, I will be sharing my screen. Just give me a minute. So basically, as per NAVAFIZ standard, there are 21 key points which should be implemented in a CV. And this PDF file I will be sharing in the WhatsApp groups also for your future reference. So you can have an idea for the later use. The first point is that your profession and year of experience should be mentioned on the top. The second point is that your skills should be clearly mentioned. What are the skills? I will just go through quickly because these points we have been repeatedly telling time to time, and after that we will go through the points which are mentioned in the CVs. With those CVs which we have selected today as a sample, those CV we will go through them step by step. Then the third point is the highest level of education. These all points will go through in the headline. The fourth point is your availability status. If you are in UAE, what is your current visa status and what is your availability? Then the important contact points also should be available in the headline. Then photo is one important factor. You should use professional photo, and if because without picture it is not making much impact in the Gulf and UAE market. Then comes the important point, which is basically the career summary. Career summary should match with the job description according so that you can be selected accordingly. Then point number 9 is achievements must be an important part of your CV. Then we go to employment history. You should provide a short summary of employment history. Then one important factor is spelling and grammar mistake that to be avoided. Then there should be no tables and boxes on the CV because it makes problem in the application tracking system. The number 13 is you should use the uh, professional fonts, not go into the fancy or irregular or multiple type of fonts. Point number 14 is that you should have reasonable left and right margin on your CV. Point number 15, your CV should not be more than 3 pages. As an ideal, it should be maximum 2 pages. Then CV soft file name should be proper. If I gave you an example, the CVs which we have received today, if you are able to see my screen, you see one CV name is Engineer Rafiullah MNT Park. Another CV name is Jamil Babar CV. Next CV is Tehseen Tour CV, and then CV name is CV Tour and Finance. So from this CV, at least we can understand that CV is related to finance, but all other CVs we don't understand from the title that is it related to which field or which category. So this is one of the point related to soft file name and number. Number 17, when you send CV, your email body should contain reasonable cover letter. And number 18, objectives on your CV. This is old fashioned, so normally no need to mention these type of objectives, and you can go directly to the key points. Then very personal stuff related to marital status, religion, or other personal items, you don't need to mention until unless it is required by the company. So marital status, religious status, and these kind of things you can avoid. Then point number 19 is there should be reasonable keywords matching with your uh, job description and job profile. And number 20 is the cover letter inside the email. You should always attach. And most of the people they mention references available on request. This is unnecessary to mention. So no need to mention until unless company is asking for the reference. Then you can mention the references accordingly. Now we will be moving to the CVs which we received. So first CV that I am going to review is received from Mr. Jamil Babar. He has applied for the post of driver. Now here you can see on this CV that the space has been not properly utilized. The picture is here on the top. There is too much white space here, and there's too much white space here also. So this balance is required to be adjusted so that CV can be used properly. Then if we go to through the 21 key points, his total year of experience also need to be mentioned. And if we go through his profiles and other details, he can be capable for some other positions also. So he can mention other position also with the slash and additional base. Here again, marital status is personal things, so these can go move to end and can be mentioned at the end. So considering the his position, remaining points are almost can be adjusted. There are few more points related to this CV which are highlighted by Madam Fiza that I will highlight once again before closing the session. But the main portion was to adjust the paper space. And if you will go to the NAVAFIZ YouTube channel and you search how to adjust picture on a CV, you will get the idea how you can manage this space properly. Next CV which we have is from Tahseen Tour. And before I go into the CV review, I'm just informing you that we are going through the a quick review only. For the detailed review or for further technical review, you need to contact with us, and that you need a more detailed review, and then we will be considering extra review on your CV. But this review is called a quick review. So in the first class and under these 21 key points, whatever is the status of the CV, that is being highlighted. So in this one, when you are mentioning in the beginning Faisalabad or mentioning the mobile number from that area, or date of birth, or citizenship, personal information. So this top of this portion is being not properly utilized to grab the attention of the person relevant to the job. So if I go show you again the key points, or now office sample resume headline, this one is mainly talking about that what is the position, your total year of experience, your highest education, and your key skills, top softwares which are available with you or which you are using. But here, in case all this information, mostly in passport number and like driving license number, these are not value adding information. So you can download the sample resume format from NAVAFIZ website and align your resume accordingly. If we go through the other points of this resume, still needs before the work history, if you can provide the summary and achievement, that is one important uh, aspect of the resume. Moving on to Mr. Haider Hassan Tour. Here also, if we see the headlines, the information related to date of birth and nationality and gender, these are basically not catching towards the job role. And even from the beginning itself, it is not clear that what is the role or what are the key points. In addition, I have mentioned some points in the comment section of the YouTube also related to Mr. Heather Tour. Uh, those comments I would also suggest you to read, which where I have mentioned in detail that this CV needs a lot of improvement, because being on a higher position, being on a position of the finance manager, uh, you need to have a more powerful and a more impactful resume starting from the beginning itself. So information which are general type of category can be moved to end, and the information which are more related to career summary and more related to the key points can be bring on the first points. Moving on to Sayyid Asad Hashmi. This one is very basic level CV. Here again, objectives are not recommended. This part is made totally not required, because this is just a copy paste kind of data which nobody is interested to read. They are more interested to read your career summary, that what you can do or what benefits you can provide to the company. So here again, I would recommend, if you go through the 21 key points and the office resume format, you can apply the key points from those. Either you can keep the same format, but the content or the essence of that resume should be here mentioned here. So this first page, even if we go through, it is not creating any positive impact from the content point of view. Then moving on, we have Mr. Rafiullah, a mechanical engineer, MEP. I would request here also to go with the NAVAFIZ resume format, which will make align the things in more better way. Because here again, when we mention Johor complex, Karachi, or phone number from that area, if you are targeting UAE market, then providing these numbers uh, is not creating that kind of impact. Uh, and again, here also, if instead of paragraphs, if we can go with the bullet points, that creates a more better impact. Here you need to see which are the skills which are more relevant or more in demand, that you can bring on top, and others you can bring it down. And overall, you need to reduce the length of this CV and reduce the points which are of low priority, and keep the points which are related to high priority. Right now, we will go to the comment sections, and we will see the points which are related to other things. Then for the Tehseen tour, CV is outdated, need to get updated completely. Use points instead of paragraph. Highlight major work, skills and objectives to be added after professional summary. Then for Heather tour, achievements are missing and skills, so notably absent from profile or accomplishment are also missing. So you need to highlight which are related to finance background. Then there is lack of financial skills. Then you need to priority of skills and achievements also need to be uh, uh, managed regularly, properly to make up and down. Then for Heather tour, you need to improve language choice also. That enhancement on vocabulary and initial job role, moving beyond a basic description like preparing and role significance also is required. Then you need to for again you need to underline the importance, showcasing the role responsibilities effectively, especially for the first job where he was in the finance manager role. Then for Rafiullah, font size is different. It needs to be same size on all the pages. Then Sayyid Abbas resume review is done or still to come. Just join the session. I Sayyid Asad Hashmi. Sayyid Asad Hashmi. I let me double check if Sayyid Asad Hashmi has submitted the CV or no. Sayyid Asad Hashmi see review we just completed and we have highlighted the points that you need to go through the uh, NAVAFIZ resume format. So overall, these were the points. I hope this helped you in some way. Uh, and that's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.